Good afternoon, 12:09 in the afternoon. We're live from Chick-fil-A Eagle Pass, 635 South Bibb Avenue in Eagle Pass, Texas, 757-1016. We want to thank Juan Garza and Jackie Garza for letting us come on by today and bring you the first edition of First Pitch. And the first pitch with alongside Coach Coca Ruiz. Coach, how you doing this morning? This afternoon, and it's 12:10. I know you guys have started the regular season. Thank you guys for logging on and tuning in. www.realsportslive.com, Real Sports Live Southwest. On our YouTube channel, Real Sports Live, RIO Sports Live. And our Facebook Live page, Real Sports Live. So make sure you guys follow us, like us, and share us. Coach, tough loss against New Braunfels Canyon last night as you guys went on the road. 10-4, I believe it was. You got a young team, a mixture of young and, of course, your veterans. What is the outlook for this year, and what is the outlook after playing 7 games already under your belt?
First of all, I want to thank you for having us here, and thank Chick-fil-A for supporting your program, our program, 100% all the time. And going to your question, our program, our team is looking real good. They're getting better every single day. They're looking promising in a way that the competition that we faced for the past 2 weeks or the 7 games have been outstanding, have been a learning experience. Every day we're working, we're getting better, we're improving on the little things that make a difference at the end of the game. And that's what the games that we lost come down to, making the plays and making the little things happen.
Now, I had a chance to take a look at you guys against Uvalde. You were at home here against Uvalde. That game ended up being in the later innings. It became a blowout. But as I see this season progressing for you guys, it's getting everybody back in rhythm, and of course getting back Brooke, your catcher, Janeska. Giving her some time because she those two had time off last year. So getting them back into the rhythm of things. Of course, Heather, she does her thing alongside Ochoa and Martinez and Leslie and everybody. But having those two in the lineup, in your hitting lineup, is a bit different this year, Coach. You missed that last year.
It sure does. It makes a difference with Brooke and Janessa up there, especially with the power and the ability they can do at the plate. I mean, it's something we missed out last year, and that was a difference last year and this year. Having Brooke at the second spot and Janessa at the fourth, fifth spot in the lineup makes a lot of difference. Just helps overall the lineup of the team. It kind of covers Heather up. Now they're going to have to either pitch to Brooke, pitch to Heather, Lorely Morales, or Janessa.
Yeah, exactly. And last year you were not able to hide Heather. They were able to pitch around her and say, okay, let somebody else beat us. But now it's like, okay, who do I pitch to? Do I pitch to the 2-hole? Do I pitch to the 3-hole? Or down the line? And again, it's one of those where you missed it last year. You guys got into the playoffs. You guys lost to Mac High in that first round. But those little things, like you said, those little things happened. And when they happen, they kind of, roll and roll with it. Coach, the other thing I want to mention is the fact that you have a veteran team alongside your young team, because you do have some young starters on it. You also have some girls that as Coach Iracheta is coming in is coming in right now, and if you want to order your meal, but we're live right now, and we want to thank everybody who's logged on and tuned in. Coach, as I was saying, does your senior leadership help your younger girls kind of get into the game?
It sure does, Mr. Heredia. And the seniors are great role models, great competitors, and they're there every day trying to help out the young ones to be able to handle the pressure, the situations, help them on the little fundamentals, make everything a lot easier for them. That's one thing that we kind of missed last year. We only had 2 seniors, and one of them was a starter, the other one was a role player. And I mean, this year we got out of 6, we got 5 of them starting, and It makes a whole lot of difference. We got a great group of seniors that are gonna do their thing to get the girls better, and they'll go out of their way to get them prepared and get them ready.
Now, Coach, as you went 4-1 in the Smith Valley tournament, you got to see great pitching and great teams in that tournament. You're 6-2 overall right now. I believe you said earlier 6-2, only losing to Canyon and I guess one of the tournament games there. O'Connor. They're of course in District 26 6A or 27 6A. What is it about talk to me about your defense and how it is changed, because I know that you have, of course, Lori Lee Morales and you have Janeska at the first base. You have a multitude of outfielders, De Alba, Leslie, but then you have some young ones too that can come in. Your infield, you had Dunn at third. You have Karina at second. Of course, Heather at short. Now, I did hear that she did make some key mistakes. That last night, 4 errors. But again, it comes with the territory. It's early in the season. Get those things out of the equation, and it's a part of the game, so to speak. Your pitching. Is that something that Galvan and Cresdorn, do you also have a young pitcher that can come in and close out games? What do you see from your pitching staff this year?
I see great things. I see them working hard every day, and I see that Coach Ruiz finally is getting real serious about the pitching. He's going out there, going to clinics, look at the different mechanics people are promoting out there, how to improve your pitches. And that's one thing I tell them, that's your baby. Take care of it. Find a way to keep us in the game, give us the opportunity to win games, and that's a key. If your pitching can do the little things and give us a chance to win the game, our defense and our hitting will come through. Because our defense, like you mentioned right now, we got great players. We got ability to try to be that starter. And right now, early in the season, we're trying to get them used to it and trying to make them work. Find out we still don't have a starting lineup, and that's the thing. Hopefully by the end of this tournament, we can put down a lineup, because we got our first district game the 27th of next week.
There you go. So it's this district already starting alongside Coach Iracheta. As we'll take a quick break, and we'll be back with more after this. You're listening to Real Sports Live Southwest, realsportlive.com. We'll be back with more after this.
4 years ago, when we ran for re-election as county judge, it was the first time in Maverick County that the county judge didn't have an opponent. Maverick County was embroiled in a big scandal having to do with federal funds. We were able to turn Maverick County around, and other people want to run. We reduced our debt from $70 million to $24 million in the last 4 years. We now operate with a $3.9 million surplus, and on top of that, we're compliant with all of our audits, and we're able to apply for funds. We're here for you and to fight for you. We'll continue to do that. We're not done. I humbly request your vote.
Roadies Country Fried Chicken.
Open Monday through Friday, 8:30 a.m. to 5:30 p.m. and Saturdays from 9 a.m. to 1 p.m. When you recycle today, you give the earth a chance for tomorrow. We power cans, brass, steel, trash, and much more recycling. Don't throw it away. Recycle it today at 3323 Del Rio Boulevard. For more information on how to turn your scrap into cash, call 758-0685 or find us on Facebook.
We're back live, realsportslive.com, Real Sports Live Southwest. Make sure you guys go on our Facebook page, RIO Sports Live. Like us, share us, and follow us. Also, to our website, www.riosportslive.com. And our YouTube channel, Real Sports Live, RIO Sports Live. If you have Roku TV, Apple TV, you can also find our channel on there too. And as we're going to be busy this weekend, we got the schedules, and we'll be in Laredo with the Border Olympics baseball tournament. So we'll be doing just in one camera setup, we'll be doing 12 games. Wow. in 2 days.
It's gonna be nice.
So, Coach, I know as we're with Coach Coca Ruiz, the head coach for the EPHS High School Lady Eagles. Coach, tonight you also have Spirit Night here at Chick-fil-A, 635 South Bibb Avenue, 757-1016. Chick-fil-A Eagle Pass, a proud supporter of Eagle Pass Athletics. They like to always make sure that they give back to our community but you'll be here from 5 to 8 tonight, Spirit Night for the Lady Eagles here. So come join us from 5 to 8, 635 South Bibb Avenue. As we were talking before the break, we were talking about pitching. Galvan, Cresdorn, and Ruiz.
Galvan, two. Galvan.
Oh, yes. I've only seen 3. That's the reason why I mentioned 3 is because I've only seen 3, but there's actually 4 pitchers that...
We got a young freshman that we just promoted to the varsity level.
Okay, so as you kind of... Because Galvan, your number 1 is a junior.
That is correct.
So she'll be back in another year. But does she shoulder most of your... most of the burden, or what does Coach Ruiz and what do you guys talk about when you send her to the circle?
The main thing is throwing strikes and keeping us in the game. The whole thing, she's got very dominant accuracy. She'll hit her spots every single time. And last night she was right on. There were a couple of pitches. It's a long game. A couple of pitches up high, and even pitches that got away from her. Cost us a couple of home runs.
Yeah. Well, and again, once you it's like anything. When you miss your spots and the hitter notices that you miss your spot, it's gonna go over the fence. Yeah, she's gonna have whiplash, or she's gonna turn around and say, "Well, that was a wrong pitch to throw." But Coach Ruiz has had, now having Brooke behind the plate, if she's hugging that line or she's back in the batter's box, she knows, okay, this is what we threw her. Coach, kind of change it up. Having her back, what does that do for the success this year?
That just gives Coach Ruiz and the pitchers great confidence concerning being able to throw the pitches that Brooke and Coach Ruiz designed. I mean, she's very knowledgeable of the game. She's very great back there. She's not just a catcher. She's a captain. She's a leader. She directs everything there is to direct. She's a coach on the field. And the main thing, whether hitting or fielding, it's like night and day. We're gonna do some damage. We're gonna do some good things, and hopefully.
I've also noticed United got a little bit better. Alexander got a little bit better in the district 29 6A. That's always good. South San, of course, they lost a lot of their key people last year, so we haven't seen how they're doing this season. But you guys have a mantra this year. I noticed that you guys had a successful season every year for the past 10 to 12 years. And last year was the first year. Of course, you guys didn't win district last year. It went to South San. South San or Southwest? I don't know. South San, yeah. South San. But you've been there. You've done it. So it's nothing new to you. But what's the model this year? Because I've seen the shirts, and I still don't have I don't know why, but I still don't have a shirt yet. Extra large is me. But anyway, there you go.
And that's the thing. We've been here for years, and the girls know how to handle the situation, how to handle the pressure, and the great group of seniors that we have are going to be able to handle this situation and every situation we get into.
And again, it's when you talk about that you've been here before and don't call it a comeback, but you also need to stay healthy, and you did not stay healthy last year. There was some key injuries in the season that derailed, but again, you made it to the playoffs. You went in as a 3 seed, I believe. So. And then even in that Mackay playoff game, it was, an inning here, an inning there. It was an up and down thing that you couldn't get past it. And it's like we said earlier in the program, the little things that you need to do as a hitter, as a fielder. They haven't grasped that and said, hey, you know what, this is what we need to do. Coach, do you think that with the leadership of Janeska, of Heather, of seniors this year, do you think that it can bring back a district title to Eagle Pass? District 29 6A is yours again?
Absolutely. The girls that we have, like I said, they're great seniors. We've got a combination of great players, and I wish everybody can go out there and watch them play. You enjoy watching them play. At times we might not look as smooth and as pretty as we want to be, but one thing that we're trying to do is finish the game.
And of course finish the season. We're at Chick-fil-A Eagle Pass. That's 635 South Bibb Avenue here in Eagle Pass, Texas. Another, we want to thank Sal. Just call Sal over at Brown Chevy. Truck or SUV. Just call Sal. And also, Ideal Lease to Own. Mark Monzon over at if you guys tax time and you want to go lease to own, Ideal Lease to Own. They're call them up at 776-7285. Also, Hector and Alonso over at Lone Star Auto Garage. They're at 891 Florence Street, Suite 2, 872-5724. Go catch them on Facebook, also on Instagram, Lone Star Auto Garage, from the great guys. They do all types of body work. It's a all-purpose body shop. So if you get into an accident and you need body work on it, go take it to them, Lone Star Auto Garage. Coach, as we go to another break, and we're going to bring in Coach Iracheta from the CC Winn Lady Mavericks. Tonight, 5 to 8, Spirit Night. Come join the Lady Eagles as they have a fundraiser with their boosters. What's up next for you this weekend?
This weekend we're heading out tomorrow morning. We're going to Northeast Independent School District Tournament, and they've got 28 teams up there, and it's going to be a great tournament. And I think we got a real good chance at coming on top, just like we did at Smithson Valley. And hopefully people that watch this, I know they go through stream or...
Yeah, I know some of the parents, some of the booster parents have done it, have streamed it. But, of course, there's nothing like having somebody broadcasting it and actually give you play-by-play. That's the bit. I mean, putting it on, yeah, you're going to see it. But it's fun to broadcast the game. We're going to try and get out there also and do as many games as we can, as we're trying to get multiple setups here in town. I'm trying to get another somebody that can say, hey, you know what? Go out to the ladies, the softball field and take that game and stuff like that. So, again, we'll be back with more after this. You're listening to Freddy Day at RealSportsLive.com, Real Sports Live Southwest. We'll be back with more after this. Sarita's Tortilla Factory with 3 great locations to serve you in Maverick County. Come try our delicious in Laredo, Texas, at your local supermarket. That's Sarita's Tortilla Factory. Valdez Tire Record Service. We're located at 522 North Pierce Street in Eagle Pass, Texas. 24/7 record service. We handle commercial and industrial tows, emergency roadside service, automotive repair. Call us at 830-757-3102 or come by 522 North Pierce Street. Valdez Tire Record Service, proud supporter of Eagle Pass Athletics. Make sure you come by. And we're back live, RuizSportsLive.com, Ruiz Sports Live Southwest, alongside Coca Ruiz, the head coach for the Eagle Pass Lady Eagles, and JJ Iracheta, Lady Mavericks head coaches. Coach, your captains for this season, who are your captains this year?
Yes, so we got co-captains, and they are Heather Ruiz and Brooke Diaz. And we got our 4 leaders, Leslie Martinez, Lorly Morales, Katie Galvan, and Kayla Ochoa, that will be leading the Lady Eagles hopefully to another district title and
another playoff appearance.
Deep in the playoffs, hopefully.
Anything else you wanted to add to?
Yes, sir. We're alongside here with Coach Iracheta, and I want to just give out a good luck for the rest of the season and shout out to all those Lady Maverick girls. Good luck. Have a great season and go out there and take care of business like you always do.
So that's Coach Coca Ruiz as he takes off the headphones and he gets his breakfast or he gets his lunch. We're going to bring in Coach Iracheta in with us. Coach Iracheta. Coach, how we doing today, Coach?
Hey, Mr. Davis. Sorry for being late.
No, you're not late.
Miscommunication.
No, you're not late. It's one of those things where, we got to make sure that you guys understand that, hey, this is, you guys have jobs to do.
Oh, yeah,
Coach, if you want to just get closer to the mic, it's so we don't get too much of the. We're at Chick-fil-A Eagle Pass, RuizSportsLive.com, Ruiz Sports Live Southwest. Coach, I got to see you guys early. I got to see you guys against Eagle Pass, of course. You had a scrimmage team. You lost Marichello, your pitcher.
Yes,
She
sir.
went on to college. What is it? Does it bring joy to you that you've been able to send, girls to the next level?
Yes, sir, Mr. Day. I mean, every year when we start off the season, that the girl that played and even just go to college at least, that's what we're about. It just makes it that much sweeter when they can go and play, continue extending their playing softball career. We also had Cassandra that went down to the JUCO out there at Trinity College, and we still have Alisa Lopez that's out at West Texas playing. So those are 3 Lady Mavs right now that are have the opportunity to keep playing. They're doing what they love, but obviously that's what it's all about. And
of course, the sisters, your catcher Soto, and then her sister who hasn't pitched. I know she's pitching in when she was younger, but she hasn't. You haven't had to need her, so to speak.
yes, sir.
This year, of course, it's a bit different. I believe it's Ariana who is the pitcher, right?
Yes,
Brianna is the catcher.
Yes, I remember being behind the plate, Bree behind the plate.
Yeah, Bree behind the plate. There you go.
So that's my way of keeping me straight without getting confused. But yes, sir. Amy's been doing great. But she's still working every day to find more consistency with her pitches, location. Mariana, you're right. We've really haven't needed to throw her because Angie's Camilla. She's another sophomore that's she's been doing very well. She won the game last night. She got the W at Somerset, but she's more of a I guess they call them now junk pitchers. And,
Okay, yeah.
And she knows that's her craft. She's working on it every single day, and it's been working to this point. But Amy's also a different pitcher, a little more speed, more location, and they're just working to find consistency for when we get rolling with district.
Yeah, in District 29-5, of course, the likes of Southside, Harlandale, McCullum, and the Lady Mavericks. Uvalde is also a tough team.
Yes,
I know they've actually lost some key players from last year. So it's one of those things where every year it's different. But what do you see from your team this year, and what's gonna work for you for this 2018 campaign?
So far, it's been we're trying to find puzzle pieces, moving people around, finding consistency, and I know Coach Ruiz mentioned that it's still a tryout basis for the most part, and we use it as I tell the girls, you want a job, there's 9 jobs out on the field, and the most consistent going to find moving people around, moving up and down the hits, and see who's going to give us the best chance to win once we start rolling with district. But we love our team because there's so many girls that play multiple positions, and that's a positive for us. And
you went 6-0 in that last tournament that you guys went to. Your JV went 5-0.
Yes, sir.
And I keep up with you on Twitter. So and that's one of one of the main reasons I kind of know what's going on in the loop of the Lady Mavericks, and I keep Freddy, who you guys do on social media and stuff like that, Facebook, and of course Twitter. But your key hitters or your key players are for the most part.
Yes, sir. We were doing some averages this couple yesterday.
Uh-huh.
But our leading our way, can't say enough about her, is our senior, Daniela Rodriguez. I think as of yesterday, she had the leading average. And, I tell the girls the averages are great. It's just, are we doing our job? Are hitting situations? Are we doing, bringing base runners in? But Daniela is taking a great leadership role. I know Coach Ruiz spoke about captains, and she's our only senior this year. We're very proud of her. She's come a long way. She's been on varsity. This would be her 4th year. And we kind of spoke to her that, we need her to be the glue of the team and guide these young girls. They know what our program is about and know what we expect from them day in and day out. But Daniela has been real good with her hitting. Marta Garcia has been another key asset this year. We kind of moved her to lead off. A couple home runs here and there, and then you can't forget about the Soto sisters. They really had a good game last night. And bottom line, everybody 1 through 9. When one's not on, the other one's picking up the slack, and that's what we want.
Now, Coach, as you talk about all your leaders and the players to look for the 2018 campaign, a year ago you guys went to the playoffs. I believe you guys won the first round, lost in the second round.
Yes, sir.
In the area round. Was that how was it for them to know that they had a better team, but they couldn't put it out?
Well, when we face that second round, it just keeps getting tougher and tougher. The girls saw the caliber of the team we played, and that's what we are trying to get to. Where their 1 through 9 can hit it out of the park, get on base. They had 3 great pitchers. The thing is, we had our own team this year, and they really didn't lose anybody. But I told the girls at the end of last year's game that's the kind of caliber we need to be at to make it deep and make a great run. First of all, with the district championship, and then deep in the playoffs.
Deep in the playoffs, Coach. Do you think that with the addition of some of these freshmen and your key sophomores, do you think that you can, of course, vie for the District 29 5A title this year?
Absolutely. In the last 3 years, this is the first time we have girls that play all year round. In the past, we've had 1 or 2. Now, when we combine our JV squad and our varsity squad, now there's more girls that are involved yearly, playing travel ball, playing tournaments on the weekends. So that's what I see now. There's more consistency with all year round softball, and it's starting to show off little by little in the game, and success. A tribute to all the parents that involve their girls throughout the whole year. But that's the one key difference I see, that now we have more girls that can compete with other girls from other towns that do the same thing all year round.
Yeah, Coach. I don't want to. I know we talked about it, but I know you said that you had pieces, in place to where you did lose your assistant coach in Coach Ruiz.
Yes, sir.
He had an integral part in how he took care of your pitching staff.
Yes, sir.
But you said that you also had Tony, Coach Tony. He was beside him every single game with his calling of pitches and how what's the difference of kind of coach?
Going back to Coach Ruiz, he was a great tribute to our team. I knew when I asked Coach Ruiz to help me out, I knew it was short term, but that's why I had Coach Martinez right next to us, and I wanted him to learn, and we both learned a lot from the game. Coach Ruiz has been in the game, baseball and softball, for a long time, and we thank him for that. But the girls have taken a real good, liking to our new coaches, and Coach Martinez. It's like if Coach Ruiz is still there, because we're gonna, it's his style. Why fix it if it ain't broke kind of deal. But Coach Martinez knows the game very well. He comes from a baseball family as well, and so are the rest of our coaches, Coach Benavides, and Coach Johnny Hernandez. We somewhere along the line, we all played ball, and we try to stick to the basics. But as far as the pitching, we still got to do our job behind the plate and on the mound, and that's what we try to, every practice to get better.
How comfortable are you, or knowing the fact that Brianna's behind the plate and she's been your catcher since she was a freshman, right? I mean, she's been back there, and they're sophomores this year, right?
Yes, sir.
Or juniors? No, they're sophomores.
sophomores.
Yeah, they're sophomores. But how good is it having her back there and being again a captain or being a leader out there on the field?
Well, Brianna is another coach. I mean, she's been playing the game since she was little. We have a total confidence in her. Sometimes her and Coach Martinez, whatever approach we take to the game, he lets her call pitches. And she's very smart. She knows what the hitters do, and we kind of brief her on it. But it's amazing to have her. I mean, she's a captain. She's the vocal leader out there, and we're glad to have her.
And on another note, I see you have about 3 freshmen, if I'm not mistaken, 2 or 3 freshmen on the team.
Yes, we have.
Oh, that's
2.
what you're carrying right now, right?
Well, we're carrying 2 freshmen, and we have Mia Uriegas that kind of spills in when we're still giving her an opportunity to, as a catcher. She's there. She went with us to the tournament play. She also had some good catching. She caught 1 game for us and 2 good at bats. She hit her first home run ever in Laredo last Tuesday.
There you
with
go,
the JV
against
girls.
United.
Against United,
Yeah.
And we're at 13, 14, but during tournament play, I try to bring as many girls as we can to give them the experience, and we never know. I tell the girls, don't get comfortable at JV, don't get comfortable in varsity, because anything from week to week can change. Yeah,
and it can change definitely in a heartbeat, because you never know as far as who's doing their job and who's not doing their job. And as you said earlier, and we talked about it, you said there's 9 open jobs. Nobody actually has a spot solidified until you maybe get to the latter part of your district, or starting district, but your latter part of non-district. How tough is your tournament schedule? I know you went to Navarro. How was the caliber of teams that you played out there, and how many teams played in that tournament?
I believe we had about 16 teams. The caliber, it was a little bit of everything. Our bracket, our toughest teams, we saw Divine and St. Anthony's. Those were the closest games. But the girls found a way to battle through, and, those were great games. Yes, there was other teams I wish we could have played that were, had some D1 commits.
Yeah,
and all
exactly.
That stuff, but it just, we don't know what we're going to go. We don't arrange the brackets. We just, whoever's next, that's who we play.
Yeah, Coach. And coming up next, I know you said you had an open week. I believe the rest of the remainder of the week, and then next week, what do you have coming up next week, and what's on tap for the Lady Mavericks?
Well, last night, just want to say congratulations to both JV and varsity. They went out to Somerset 110-0. JV and varsity won 6-4. And being that we're kind of like the Spurs on the rodeo road trip the next month, I wanted to give the girls this Friday, as we designated it as Picture Day. So pictures this Friday. Next Tuesday, we're off to Carrizo on the road again, and then we come back Wednesday, have a great practice, and we're off to the Seguin tournament back at Huber Ranch. And then we end up the following week at the San Marcos Classic, the Lady Rattler Classic in San Marcos.
Yeah, and San Marcos is they have some pretty good teams up. I'm trying to remember how far back they played San Marcos.
They played. Coach Ruiz is the one that gave me Coach Statton's number, so I believe they were there last year or 2 years ago.
Okay.
And then for the district, he had to drop that tournament.
Well, and again, it's one of those things where you look at tournaments that you're going to be able to compete in, and you're going to be able to give the girls different looks and different views of what's out there. Because, again, you want to get them prepared for when you get into district. It's much easier for them when you get into district. Not only that, then you got your playoffs. And you've seen that type of caliber team, because in the playoffs, it turns up a notch.
Yes, sir, and I don't think it's ever easy, and Coach Ruiz can agree with me. It's always a battle of which team is showing up with your own team. You're consistent. You can play great one game, and then the next game, you don't do so great. So I believe the battle, it's not necessarily always the teams. You can't take anybody lightly in our district or in tournaments, but that's a battle that we try to practice every single day, is to find consistency within our own team to play at the level that we know we should play at.
Got it. And with that, we'll be back with more after this. You're listening to Freddy Heredia, RealSportsLive.com, Real Sports Live Southwest. We'll be back with more after this.
4 years ago, when we ran for re-election as county judge, it was the first time in the history of Maverick County that the county judge didn't have an opponent. Maverick County was embroiled in a big scandal having to do with federal funds. We were able to turn Maverick County around, and now other people want to. We've reduced our debt from $7 million to $24 million in the last 4 years. We now operate with a $3.9 million surplus, and on top of that, compliant with all of our audits, and we're able to apply for funds again. We're here, and we're here to work for you and to fight for you. We'll continue to do that. We're not done. I humbly request your vote for David Arsaus during the March primaries. Thank you.
Fiesta Tires, Customs, and Wheels, located at 3166 Del Rio Boulevard in Eagle Pass, Texas. The best prices in town for wheels, tires, lift kits, and much more. Call them at 830-773-4010 and we assess those tires location in Uvalde, Texas. Locations serving every county. Come try our delicious barbacoa with the tortillas. Si son ceritas, ni me las calientes. Also, you can get our tortillas in Laredo, Texas at your local supermarket. That's Saritas Tortilla Factory. Tire Record Service, located at 522 North Pierce Street in Eagle Pass, Texas. 24/7 commercial and industrial tow and emergency roadside service. Automotive repair shop is also available. Call us at 830-757-3102 or come by 522 North Pierce Street. Valdez Tire Record Service, proud supporter of Eagle Pass Athletics. Make sure you come by. And we're back on live, Real Sports Live Southwest, RealSportsLive.com. Freddy Heredia alongside Coach JJ Iracheta. Coach, this year, it's gonna, the 2018 campaign is gonna be the year where, like you said earlier, you're gonna find consistency in hitting, because it's all about hitting, it's all about defense. If you do those two key things, and of course pitching, those are primarily the three keys to a game, right? Is hitting, pitching, and defense.
And you're absolutely right. And this year we really wanted to focus also on our base running. And it did work for us in the last tournament. You know, we have great, going back to the girls that know the game. You know, yes, of course, hitting, you know, I feel that our lineup, we have a powerful lineup that any girl can pretty much hit one out. And defense, that's where we've been struggling a little bit. But, you know, every day at practice, we try to, you know, get the repetitions in to make it consistent.
Yeah, and of course, having your coaching staff with Martinez and the rest of your coaching staff, you're able to do different things on the field to get your team ready for the next opponent. Who's the team to beat in District 29 5A? Is it the Lady Mavericks or?
You beat me to it. We are. No, but of course, the toughest battles is always with Uvalde. Last year we battled them twice. Those are the only two. And Harlingdale we lost last year. But yeah, I mean, every team in our district can beat any team on any given night. and I know McCullum won their tournament, so I know they're going to be ready. We got to see Southside, our district opponent, and we played them. They look, every year that, every time the first round, you see an improvement when we go to that second round. So that's what I preach to the girls: is stay consistent, all the games, not just certain games, and that's what we try to do.
Coaching your lineup as you make, you flip flop and you make in your 1 through 9 as far as hitting and stuff like that. Do you see yourself with people keying on certain hitters and saying, you know what, I would rather not hit to her, I would rather not pitch to her and take my chances with her? Is there do you see that in this lineup that you have?
When they face us, you
Yeah,
mean?
when they face you guys.
Well, now that the girls have been doing better, I told them that exact same thing. Now they're gonna have a target on their line wherever we put them in the lineup. So now they got to find a pitch to that they can hit. And with Marta Garcia being the leadoff, I listen to my coaches. I mean, they're the ones that suggested that she takes that the count deep. She's always
She works the count. She works the pitcher.
Yes, sir. and she's come through. She's been great. She's taking on that role, and when she gets on base, it's a real high percentage that we're going to score right off the bat.
Got it. So, and with her leading off, she takes pitches. She does what a leadoff hitter should do: is get on, get over, get in.
Of course, and that's what I tell her. She's a spark plug. I go, le digo la chispa.
Okay.
So I tell her, hey, you're the spark plug that gets the motor running, and it's been working for us. And then behind her we have Kayla Cifuentes and Danny and the Soto twins, and Kiana Diaz is also a good fast runner that has finesse with a bat, and Tiana, the other freshman. Then we got Bayones, Ana Lopez, and we got Nisi, Anissa Salazar, and Caitlin Amaya, who any chance I tell them, when you're ready, make sure you're ready to go and your number's called. And all these girls play the game, and we're just trying to find consistency.
Yeah, and of course, in that Somerset game, what did you see? It was a close 6-4 game. Well, was it close, or did they make it close late?
In my opinion, it was a little bit of us. I told the girls our energy wasn't there early. We started, kind of slow of what we're used to. But Ariana Soto picked us up in the first inning. We got on base, and then we couldn't bring in those runs, and she went on. She hit a 2-run home run, and that kind of gave us
the spark,
a little spark, and it was kind of back and forth, 2-2, 3-3, and then in the fourth inning, Somerset tied us up, and we were able to produce the last 2 runs with our last at bat. Their pitcher was struggling a little bit with walking, and then we got hit by pitch, bunt him over, and then
played a little small ball.
Small ball. That's always our thing, and then our bread and butter, and we're always gonna find a way to move runners over. Just play the stats.
Yeah, exactly. Play the percentages, yes, as you like to. Coach, as I see Marta, she's playing right field, for the Somerset game. Kayla Cifuentes, she played center. Is your outfield solidified with Jasmine Bayones, Kayla Cifuentes, and Marta Garcia? Or do you?
I still feel it's early. They've been the most consistent defensively, but like I tell the girls now, can we stay there? Can you stay, where you're gonna make 90% of the plays? And that's really unknown at this point. But we have girls right behind them that can do the same kind of job. So that's where it makes it tough to fit our lineup every time we're gonna put the lineup that we feel that's best for that game or that week.
Yeah, and of course your infield with Daniela Rodriguez at third, Ariana Soto at first, at short, Ana Lopez at second, Tiana Reyes. Do you feel that that infield, especially, are you strong up the middle with your shortstop and second base?
We have been, and then we've also seen the freshman side of them, and I tell them that's normal, and I tell the coaches that we're going to make mistakes, and that's part of the game, but we got to limit our mistakes, and yes, we're the young up the middle. We got 2 freshmen that we trust and we believe are going to be great for us, and if we can handle it this year, the great thing is that we'll have them for the next 3 years. And that's something that we know we're going into, and we're hoping that they take that role and run with it. Because I tell them that it's not every day a freshman gets to start in a varsity varsity team. So it's something special for both Diana and Ana.
Yeah, and again, we go back to have you seen them as a freshman? They've had moments. So they've had freshman moments, and it's interesting that if you trust an athlete and you trust them to do a job for you, you trust them to do what they are accustomed to doing, then you feel confident and you feel do the job for us.
Yes, sir. We've seen them. First varsity game against the Lady Eagles. They were wide open, eyes wide open, and I go, "Hey, relax. It's still the game." And obviously, that's what we're trying to get them as comfortable and believe in themselves. And because I tell them, you wouldn't be out here if we didn't believe in you. And that's one thing that I preach to them, that they're there for a reason.
Coach, and as we get as we get closer to finishing our Chick-fil-A first pitch, talking softball with Coach Coca Ruiz and Coach JJ Iracheta from Chick-fil-A, go past 635 South Bibb Avenue. Do you think that it's gotten bigger for them, or as far as the freshmen that you've moved up, or do you think they're kind of getting into the flow of what varsity level? Because it's from JV to varsity, it's and it goes for baseball and softball. It goes for both sports. So as far as the sub-varsity quality of game to the varsity, I mean, it's a much faster game, faster pitcher, faster speed, and everything. But have you seen them kind of grow from like you said, from the scrimmages to the tournaments to hopefully getting more comfortable into the district season?
Yes, sir, I have, and that's one thing we talked about early in the year, that in any sport, you bump up a level, it's really, you got to adjust to the speed of the game. And, they tell me themselves that it's a little different than travel ball. It's faster, it's more intense, there's more to it for a short amount of months. But the hardest part they have trouble with, the young ones I'm speaking of, is the speed of the game. Is you can't get a routine ground ball and take your time because she's probably safe at first.
Exactly.
So
she's already down the line.
She's down the line, and that's one thing that we're trying to make them realize, that this game does get faster the older you get.
Yeah. Coach, we're going to take a short break real quick, and then we'll be back with more with Coach JJ Iracheta leading the Eagle Pass CC Winn Lady Mavericks on a 2018 campaign. And we'll be back with more after this. You're listening to Freddy RealSportsLive.com, Real Sports Live Southwest.
4 years ago, when we ran for re-election as county judge, it was the first time in the history of Maverick County that the county judge didn't have an opponent. Maverick County was embroiled in a big scandal having to do with federal funds. We were able to turn Maverick County around, and now people want to run. We've reduced our debt $70 million to $24 million in the last 4 years. We now operate with a $3.9 million surplus, and on top of that, we're compliant with all of our audits, and we're able to apply for funding again. We're here, and we're here to work for you and to fight for you. We'll continue to do that. We're not done. I humbly request your vote for your servidor, David R. Saucedo, during the March primes. Thank you.
And we're back live, Real Sports Live Southwest, realsportslive.com. Make sure you guys go and visit our website, www.realrio.com. You can also find Real pages on there and share us. Also, subscribe to our YouTube channel. You can find all the games there. Also, all the games that we do, they stay archived, so you can go back and watch the games. And
awesome.
Yeah, so it's something that it's good for the kids because they get to go watch themselves back again. They get to play and go back and a play. But Coach, I know you guys have something going on. I believe this week as a fundraiser for the Lady Mavericks, and of course your Lady Maverick boosters are wonderful. They do a lot for the girls and for the program.
Yes, sir, Mr. Day. I wanted to invite on behalf of the boosters, which we have a great booster. Thank you for what you do. Tomorrow they're setting up a loteria from 6 to 9 at the Casey Hall. For $10 you can get 2 loteria cards, and they have some awesome fancy girl gifts, I believe. I don't know the marks, but other girls go crazy when they hear, I believe, Eric Bradley and all those nice famous names. But if you have a chance, go check us out from 6 to 9 at the Casey Hall. They'll have food for you guys to buy.
Because you guys posted on social media, right? You guys have. I'm not gonna say your Twitter handle, but the Lady Mavericks do have a social media, right?
I believe the booster. Yes, sir. The booster had asked me if we can start one up, and I believe they have one for the softball booster. If not, I'm always posting. The most posting I do is for the girls and the scores and the matchups. So check us out.
And of course, your little saying that you have, I know. Is there something behind it as far as why and what you say after everything that you tag?
Yeah, this year's motto, or since last year late, we started 1% better, and to me that just means that let's take it one game at a time. We can't always say 100% because we haven't taken care of 1 through 99. So every step is a step towards that 100 mark. And I tell the girls, did we get 1% better at practice, or was this game making us 1% better? So it's baby steps. It's a process. And that's pretty much what it means.
And going back to trusting the process.
Yes, sir.
And of course, you're on the coaching staff for Coach Villaseñor. Has that translated, being a head coach with softball, has that translated being under the program that you're in with Coach Villaseñor? And of course, congratulations to Paulo Varela, first-year coach for basketball, making the playoffs, first ever since 1980, believe it was 88 for the girls to ever from Eagle Pass, and 94 for any boys or girls to make it in the playoffs.
Yes, so, football with Coach Villaseñor, I mean, he preps us for the whole year, and you can see the effect, how it takes over all the sports. And, I use a lot of terminology, a lot of, kind of advice that I learned in football from all the coaches, and transition it to our softball girls because it's good stuff. It's stuff that clears their mind and makes them work hard, and all that is a tribute to football. And we don't forget about football ever. It's 365 days a year. But I like it. Softball, it helps me, show the girls that mentally prepare them for their season. But you can see they pretty much probably carried it onto their program as well. But
yeah.
It does affect us, and it affects us in a positive way.
And it affects the culture of CC Winn High School and the culture behind what you all believe in, and the message behind it.
Exactly.
is the thing. So I want to thank Brown Chevy Buick GMC of Eagle Pass. Just call Sal at 513-6675 or visit them at 3860 US Highway 57 on 57. If you need a car, truck, or SUV, it's tax time. Well, call Sal. Just call Sal at Brown Chevy Buick GMC of Eagle Pass, 513-6675. Ideal lease to own.com. Also call them at 776-7285. And Lone Star Auto Garage at 891 Florence Street, Suite 2. 872-5724 is the number to call. Hector or Alonso out there at Lone Star Auto Garage. Also proud supporters. Roadies Country Fried Chicken. I have the Roadies, but it's not. It hasn't been playing the commercial. So, also we want to thank another great sponsor, Hilario Capetillo, Farmers Insurance, 776-5188, 2149 Del Rio Boulevard, Suite 202. That's Hilario Capetillo.
No, I haven't.
Tacos Express. They're located right in front of the VFW, right across the street from. They're from 7 to 11 Monday through Saturday. They got tacos. You can call early 968-2032 to get your reservation. And of course, another supporter of Eagle Pass Athletics, Orlando Rodriguez, Rodriguez Law PLLC. I know your brother also, AJ Iracheta, also a proud supporter of Eagle Pass Athletics and always behind your program. We talked to him. We actually had a show at his office not too long ago during football, and he enjoyed it. He saw what we were doing, and back then when we were doing it, it was just audio. Now it's video.
Wow, thanks, Freddy.
So we got you on video now.
I know.
We got you on video doing your thing, Coach. Congratulations on a great year last year, and again, looking forward to seeing you guys, seeing the ladies, and seeing the program for 2018 and continued success, Coach. I know that Eagle Pass softball on both sides, on the CC West side, and we always look forward to postseason that you guys have played here next. I know last year I was trying to cover you guys on some of those. I think you went to Jordanton or Define. I don't remember which one. Yeah, Jordanton. I was trying to catch that game because people were like, "Hey, come do our game." I was like, "I can't.
Yeah.
I need permission." you need to just show up at any field and say, "Hey, I'm here." No, it doesn't work
Now
like
we
that.
know for this year.
Now we know. But yeah, realsportslive.com, Real Sports Live Southwest. Guys, thank you very much. The first edition of the First Pitch with Freddy Heredia, and of course the coaches Coca, Ruiz, and Coach JJ Iracheta. Coach, with the First Pitch at Yopos at noon. So again, we'll get you the breakdown of what happened in the week, and of course what's coming up in the future as far as upcoming games for this year. And 635 South Bibb Avenue, 757-1016. Make sure it's cold outside, Coach. Make sure you come.
Oh, yes, sir.
Yeah, hearty chicken soup.
And
they also have some.
And if I may, I just want to wish Coach Ruiz and his staff and the Lady Eagles good luck this season. Thank you, Coach Ruiz, for all you did for me. He's the reason I'm pretty much here, but I appreciate what he did. I coached with him for 7 years, and go get it. Go get you another title, and hopefully we can join you this year.
There you go. See, there's much love for both programs, and it's wonderful when you can support each other and say, you know what, let's do it for the city of Eagle Pass. Let's bring pride to the city of Eagle Pass, and that's what you guys do each and every year with your softball campaign. Don't forget, we'll be back at 2:00 with the First Pitch. With the baseball, we're going to be talking to Coach Gene Flores over at CC Winn and
Awesome.
Coach Ray Mendoza. They actually got their first win on Monday night against New Braunfels Canyon. It was a close game, but we're going to be talking to him and what he expects from that program. And, of course, Gene Flores losing last year in the first round to Corpus Christi Moody. That was one of those, yeah.
always in the Corpus area.
Actually, he coached in that area for many years. So
Yeah, you can't get away from it.
right. But, yeah, we're going to talk to them here at 2:00. So make sure you guys log back on, as we're going to be on Facebook Live, on YouTube, our YouTube channel, and on our website, www.realsportslive.com. Real Sports Live Southwest. Thank you guys for JJ Iracheta, Coach Iracheta from CC Winn High School. Freddy Heredia, keep talking sports.